this side of the internet. The number one undiscovered show on this side of the internet. The Valentine Show. Let's get these things going right here. Yep. Excellent show coming up tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. We're gonna be talking about the V-shaped economic recovery. So many things. Donald Trump, Cuomo, Antifa, Ted Wheeler, Democrats going crazy. We got it all tonight on the world famous Valentine Show. Thank you so much for the people that are being here. I feel great. I feel excited. As always, man, every Friday is a wonderful day, man. I'm telling you guys. You guys think I'm joking when I tell you guys that I genuinely feel excited coming and doing this show for you guys, man. I feel good. Can't complain too much. Everything is under control, thank God. We got a lot of stuff, and let's get into it right away. Let's start up with some economic news, man. Great numbers coming out, man. The people that are coming in, say what's up. Tell me who's here. There's a couple people already here. Remember to like, remember to share. Helps me a lot when you guys share, when you guys like, when you guys do all that good stuff, man. It helps me a lot, man. I'm loving where the channel's going. I'm loving the people that we are getting here together, that we're grouping up, that we are commingling. One of my favorite words, commingling. Here, it's looking great. Just like the economy. Trump's economy is looking like a V-shaped economy. Let's read a little bit here from the Hill. Economy adds 1.4 jobs in August. Employment falls to 8.4%. Again, it makes perfect sense. Remember, guys, the economy was humming along. It was humming along perfectly. And it's like you just turned off the switch. Everything was fine. There wasn't any problems beforehand before the economy. There wasn't a bag debt to what is it? There wasn't a lot of debt. There wasn't the all the markets were doing good. The mortgage market was doing good. The stocks were doing good. This was doing good. Wall Street was doing good. Main Street was doing good. Everything was doing good. And out of nowhere, you just turn it off. And now you just literally have to turn it back on. And that is what we see. When we see 1.4 million jobs added in August, unemployment's fallen to 8.4%. We got some people in the house already. Morgan, you're so cool, is in the house. Thank you, Morgan. Always supporting the Valentine Show. Let's read a little bit here what it says Friday. The U.S. added 1.4 jobs in August. The Labor Department reported Friday. The unemployment rate declined to 8.4% from 10.2. Listen, to 8.4 from 10.2. No good news. That's not good news for the Democrats. Not good news. Remember, they're in politics. So any good news for the president is bad. So we went from 8.4 to 8.2% in July, according to August jobs report, falling below 10% for the first time since March. Wow. Labor forces participation also increased by 0.3% in August, an indication of both increased strength in the job market and rising confidence among job seekers. And it says here, August marks the fourth. I didn't even know this. Why? Because the news don't tell you this, and they don't want you to know this. They want you to know that America's burning down. But I didn't know this, and I'm looking constantly at news all day long, and then we get this news I didn't even know about. August marks the fourth consecutive month of job gains and declining unemployment. We're in the fourth consecutive month. I didn't know that. Since the U.S. economy bottomed out in April, more than 20 million Americans lost their jobs that month, pushing the unemployment rates to a post-Great Depression high of 14%. Yo, that's great news, man. That's great news. Final Fantasy Freak in the house. Hey, what's up, man? Talk to me. Remember, guys, at around 8:30, we're gonna be turning on the phone lines where you guys could start calling in and giving me your points, man. I'm today, and we're gonna get into it shortly. We're gonna be talking about Stephen A. Smith, man. Have you ever been disappointed by somebody? Like you especially the way I talked about him last week. very positively. The couple of times that I've shown him on the channel or talked about him on the channel, I've talked about him in a very positive light. But today, he just threw that all down and he just went full on SJW, and actually he's doing more harm than good. And I'm gonna refute the fact that he's saying that there's a new coach for the Brooklyn Nets. He's saying that guy got it, Steve Nash, because he's white, because of white privilege. That they just gave it to him because he doesn't have any job experience. Yet they gave it to him only because he's white, not because any other things, but only because he's white. And I'm gonna rebuttal him in like 5 seconds, literally, which is all it takes. And again, I mean, and it's sad, man, because I see this propaganda that these people are spewing into America as venom, like pure venom. He's saying that black people need to work twice as hard, etc., etc. We're gonna get into it, but let's get into this beforehand. Polls, this is bad news. This is kryptonite of the Democratic Party. Trump approval rises among black Hispanic voters amid convention. Black and Hispanics. I tell you this, man, but the Democratic Party, they do a hell of a push for the black vote. A hell of a push, man. They do for the black vote. And it seems like it's turning around, man. There's so much black people who are getting now, who are, and not only black people, a lot of people in general are getting now educated on what the parties represent. You don't know, nobody knew what the Democratic Party or Republican Party represent. You only voted for this party because your grandmama did, or your granddaddy did, or that's just who we vote for in our family. They're waking up, and it's to the detriment of the Democratic Party if they don't start switching it up. Let's read a little bit what it says here. President Trump's support among black voters rose 9%. 9% among black voters. I mean, I guess the racist game plan is not working among black voters. Rose 9 percentage points amid Republican National Convention. A new Hill Access X Harris Expo finds 24% of registered black voters in the August 22-25 survey, which included the first 2 days of the convention, said that they approve of the job Trump is doing as president, while 76% said that they disapprove. That is up 9 points from the previous survey conducted August 8 and 9, where the president received 15% support among this group. The survey found support among Hispanic voters also grow by 2% percentage point from 30 to 32 in the last poll to 32% in this post recent survey. I am doing my best to try to get both of those numbers up. My best to try to get. You need minorities out here talking that what the Republican Party represents and what actually President Trump is doing for black and minorities in the United States, which is a lot. Again, the kryptonite of the Democratic Party. Who's in the chat, man? Let me read some of these chats. Who's up in here? Let me see. While I drink my coffee. Let me see what Final Fantasy Freak says. Here in Minnesota, it seems we're slowly restarting things again. As I look for a job, I've noticed a lot more businesses are hiring now. See, that's in the middle of the country right there. Those are great news. I mean, people are seeing, well, I haven't read the story, so I'm just going here by hearsay. I hear the CDC updated its numbers of the people dead, and it's only 6% of the people dead, right? So they're counting everybody. And imagine worldwide, who else is doing this? They're counting the dead, the people that had previous problems like problems in breathing, I don't know, other types of problems, and they die from these causes, and now they throw them in. No, it's because of that, making it seem like it's the end of the world. It's been prediction after prediction bad. Millions were gonna die. That didn't happen. How many more people were gonna die? And I mean, it's just insanity. And now we got people are starting to not really care. To be honest, man, look, this is the way I'm treating the COVID-19, man. The day that God wants to take me, he's gonna take me. And no matter how many masks I'm gonna put on, it doesn't matter how many this I'm gonna do, how many hand sanitizer I'm gonna use. But again, the Bible also says, you know, we got to put the human effort. I put the human effort. I put it, and I respect other human beings who are scared. I put my mask on and when I got to go to a store. I'm not going to force the business owner to accept the way I'm seeing things. I'm going to put it on an elevator when I can, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when I was moving this weekend, our church is moving, right? And I'm there with all the guys and the people that are there, and I'm not wearing a mask, and I'm not scared. Meaning I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just working and I'm doing what I gotta do and I'm not even thinking about it. But there's some people who are wearing the mask, who are putting on the gloves, who are doing this, who are doing that. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I just hope that they don't force me to do what you want me to do. And a lot of people are not scared. A lot of people are starting to go out. A lot of people are seeing that this virus is really not that serious as some people have made it seem. And they're going out, they're doing what they have to do. And you see that even though the numbers are going up, supposedly the positive cases are going up, you still have to ask yourself actually, okay, wait. These two things are not making sense. More positive cases, yet not the same amount of people are dying as they were in March, April. So what's going on? So we're getting more cases, yet the same amount of people are not dying. So what is really going on, right? So that's moving the economy. People are feeling good. People are tired, man, to be honest. People want to work. People, business owners want to work. You know, all these PPP loans that they got, right? That the money's running out. People need to work. People need to, there's life savings involved here. People need to put money on the table. People don't want their businesses to go down and in flames, right? If it's not the rioters, is the government policies forcing people to lock down and do this and do that and wear masks like Nancy Pelosi saying, which I don't care, right? The whole thing with Nancy Pelosi, right? That she went to the whole yo, by the way, did you guys saw the interview with the salon owner on Fox? Yo, that lady looked mad, man. That lady looked like she was getting some revenge. Like, you forced me to shut down my salon. This is the revenge. I might leak this. Didn't you guys see that? But anyways, I don't care if Nancy Pelosi goes to the salon. That's on her. I don't really care about none of that stuff, right? What I'm saying is that if you're constantly preaching, yo, put on the mask, do this, do that, you should never be caught without a mask. Plain and simple. You should never be caught without a mask. And now she's saying it's a setup. No. What setup? You went over there to the salon on yourself. Who told you there was a setup? You went to the salon yourself. Nobody said anything that you shouldn't go or anything like that. You decided and you went. So what are you talking about? See, they don't accept responsibility, man. It's like, oh, who was it? Damn. It's one of the YouTubers, one of you guys, and I want to give you credit, is Something Summers. I forget one of the subscribers here. Something Summers said that she's like Marie Antoinette, right? When she was telling the peasants and the poor people, let them eat cake, right? The people are suffering on here. The poor people, the regular people are suffering. Yet this elite person in that has money, that has nothing to worry about, that could do what she wants. She's telling the people, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then when people ask her, hey, come on, could we work something out here? She's like, go eat cake, man. No bueno. Hey, that's a Democratic Party for you there. But look at this. So this is good, man. This is good numbers for the president. This approval ratings, approval rises. Again, the polls is something that I don't trust too much. They are such a small sample size to me. It's like I don't trust it too much. You know what I trust a little bit more, actually? And even that, I'm still, when I go, this is just my way of viewing things, right? Or my tactic, my hyper studious, my hyper intellectual tactic of gauging the temperature, the political temperature of the United States is, you know how? Likes and dislikes on YouTube videos. So when I go to a YouTube video, right? And there's a whole bunch of likes, or dislikes, depending on who I'm speaking. I'm feeling, the country's feeling like this, right? Because I'm guessing, obviously, more of the countries looking in from different areas of the country, they're able to literally put their vote. That's a vote. You like it, you dislike, that's a vote. And then I go into enemy territory, like I go into CNN and stuff like that, and I go check out to see how their dislike to like ratio is, and I gauge how the country's feeling about it. What I saw, especially like for example during the DNC, I saw, and you probably could guys let me know in the comments, guarantee a whole bunch of you guys notice this, a whole bunch of the videos on YouTube live streams, way more dislikes than likes, way more, right? Do you guys do this? Am I the only one? I don't think so, to be honest, man. Let me take a sip of my coffee. We're almost turning on the lines, guys. Let me see what you guys are doing in here, man. A lot of activity in the chat. I love it, man. The channel's growing, man. So many people from so many different backgrounds, man, that are just happy to find a place where they could go home, right? I guess, and a place where they don't feel ostracized by their views. This is the Valentine show, but let's continue here. Let's get a little bit fun, man. I want to incorporate a little bit more fun things into the channel. This is one of them. Nebraska man pleads with lawmakers to rename boneless wings. Yo, and he makes a point. This is actually the most important issue of our times.
I promise I won't take up too much of your time here. My name is Ander Christensen. I live at 1212 Twin Ridge Road. Lincoln has the opportunity to be a social leader in this country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning and treating things as though they're normal. I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine.
You can't do this with this name, guys. This is serious stuff here. You really can't do this because, I mean, there's just so much confusion regarding this, and people just are taking this like so lightly, like if it's nothing, right?
Talking about boneless chicken wings. I propose that we as a city remove the, excuse me, I'm trying to,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Sure.
come on. I propose that we as a city remove the name boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number one, nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken. We would be disgusted if a butcher was mislabeling their cuts of meats, but then we go around and pretending as though the breast of the chicken is its wing. Number two, boneless chicken wings are just chicken tenders, which are already boneless.
I went to Checkers the other day and I'm looking at the menu there. I'm looking at it and I'm like, one side says chicken nuggets, right? Or something like that. And then on the other side, it says boneless chicken. And I think I had to ask you, like, what is the difference? Are they the same thing? Bro, they are the same thing. Boneless chicken wings and chicken nuggets are the same exact thing. Change my mind. They're the same exact thing.
I don't go to order boneless tacos. I don't go and order boneless club sandwiches. I don't ask for boneless auto repair. It's just what's expected. And then
man, he said he didn't ask for boneless auto repair. Hey, you know what? This video right here, even though, guys, we find it hilarious, and I do too. I find it hilarious, right? This might be a sign that America is turning back to normalcy. Yes, this is normal in America. You know why this is normal? Even though he's probably doing this as a skit or something like that, or anything like that, right? The reason this is normal in America is because these are called first world problems. In America, the land of the free, home of the brave, we are abundant. We have everything. We have food. We are abundant. I go to the store right now. There's gonna be the whole supermarket is gonna be filled to the brim with stuff I could buy. That's what capitalism has afforded the United States. There's a lot of things. There's shelter. There's clothes on my back. If I don't have clothes on my back, I go somewhere cheap to buy them. And if not somewhere cheap, there's gonna be somebody who might even give them to me, donate them to me. We have all these things, and the fact that we have all these things, we have got the basics covered. We got, for example, food. We have shelter, we have clothes on our back. We are able to spend our time on literal stupidity like boneless chicken wings, right? Which are nuggets. and that's the fact. And other things, right? We complain about a lot of things, right? We complain about this, complain about that, yet there's people dying in a desert to come to this country. And we find a way to constantly negate this country, to naysay this country, to bash our country constantly. Yet there's people who have enough time and blessed enough to do something like this, which I actually find hilarious. And to be honest, I think that has to be resolved. I think there has been a malevolent plot perpetrated on America when you call boneless chicken wings wings. They're not wings. Stop it. They're not wings. They're nuggets. Please. Let me see this is the story right here that has me up to here, man. Let me check what's going on in the chat here, man. All right. Morgan is fired up. That sounds cool. And as always, the girls up in the chat, the girls in this channel, man, they're warriors up in this channel, man. Sonia up in here, like always. Alexis, Morgan up in here. Women are, destroying it. And Morgan said she about to call. What's going on, guys? Don't tell me you guys are about to get beat down by the girls up in here. Let me talk about this, then we're going to open it up, man, because I want people to start calling in. This is the story, man, that I want to spend a little time here because it's just driving me insane. Let me give you guys some background. And this is the sports story, but ladies and whoever doesn't listen to sports, you guys are going to understand this because I'm going to explain it. This is actually a political issue. This is Stephen A. Smith. This is a very well-respected sports announcer and very well-liked, to be honest, sports announcer because of the way... his idiosyncrasy, right? The way he says things. He's black, so he has that black flavor, that black sugar, right? That people love, right? He's funny, he's outgoing, he's loud, boisterous, all that. People love all that stuff, right? I like him too, right? And I don't want to... It's hard for me, right? And it's hard for a lot of you guys, right? Because you guys, I'm not... There's some people, for example, that are on the right that are really mean-spirited, right? Meaning they want to attack the person of people and want to destroy them and want to make fun of them, right? I make fun of people and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just all fun. There's nothing personal here, right? And I find it hard to talk constantly bad about an individual unless I see that you're pure evil. With people that are pure evil, I have no compassion, basically, but I still pray for you. That way you repent, right? But Stephen A. Smith is a very likable guy. And this is what happened. We got the Nets from the NBA Nets, the super woke NBA. They hired a new coach. His name is Steve Nash. He used to be an ex-NBA player. He's a white man. So Stephen A. Smith comes along and says that the only reason he got this job is because of his skin color. That's it. It's called white privilege. This is what he's saying. And he alleges that nobody in history has gotten a job with no previous coaching experience in the NBA except this guy right here, Steve Nash, because he's white. It's going to take for you guys 3 seconds to debunk this stupidity. And what hurts me the most is that, bro, this guy is loved in the black community. This guy, and not only the black community, everywhere this man is loved. And he has a huge platform, big platform. And he's spewing what I consider venom into the air. He's spewing this venom into the air. A man who's, I can't say he's ignorant. I haven't followed sports in a couple of years, and it took me 3 seconds to debunk this. Yet this man who gets paid to follow sports doesn't know that there are a whole bunch of other black players who've gotten hired without experience to be coaches in the NBA. But let's hear it from what he has to say.
Passed up. But this ain't about him, and look at the job that he's done. Steve Nash is widely respected and loved by a whole bunch of people in the NBA, black, white, and beyond. Congratulations to him. He deserves it. I get it. But this ain't about him, what I'm about to say.
So basically, he goes praising Steve Nash, and then, which is kind of, this is like a tactic that some people use. They praise you at the beginning. No, you're this, you're that, you blah, blah, blah. And when they start praising you at the end, the second half of their little spiel is going to be pure venom coming your way. That's what they did the first the first praising phase.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no way around this. This is white privilege. This does not happen for a black man. No experience whatsoever on any level as a coach.
And that's the point. No experience whatsoever with no experience whatsoever at any level as a coach. He says he got this job. Nobody has done this, according to him. And he guesses because he's white.
And you get the Brooklyn Nets job? I know that Kyrie and KD have both signed off on this. I know they both support this move, but I'm thinking about a champion that is Ty Lue, passed up. I'm thinking about a guy who built the foundation for the Golden State Warriors in Mark Jackson.
Remember that guy? Remember that name, Mark Jackson. Who is Mark Jackson, and how did he get a job? He got passed up according to Stephen A. Smith. But let's see, and I'm gonna show you who Mark Jackson is.
Passed up. I'm thinking about the years that Sam Cassell has served as an assistant, first in the nation's capital in D.C., and now with the Los Angeles Clippers. Passed up. And it's for a guy, my God, one of the best guys you could possibly meet in your life, and may do a fantastic job, but a guy that has no experience whatsoever. In these times where we're making all of this noise about social justice, I got news for y'all, Molly and Max. I have said this to people on numerous occasions right here on this show. Yes, that was the tipping point. George Floyd's killing, his murder, violence against black men who are unarmed. All of that stuff is true. But the frustration, the protest, and all of these things that you've seen in the streets throughout America, emanating from the black community and disenfranchised communities, is that proverbial glass ceiling. And the fact that it breeds a level of frustration that we can't even put in the words sometimes. You just want to scream to the high heavens. How the hell does this always happen for somebody else other than us? Why is it that we have to be twice as good to get half as much?
Dude, stop lying. Dude, this dude right here knows the stat. And the NBA, it's 80% black. NFL, the same thing. This has come out his words. 80% of the players in the NBA are black. He has said this. Now he's talking about that you have to work twice as hard. What are you talking about, homie? What are you talking about, man?
Why is it that no matter what we do and how hard we work and how we go through the process and the terrain of everything, somehow, some way, there's another excuse to ignore that criteria, to ignore those credentials, and instead bypass it and make an exception to the rule for someone other than us?
Foolery. If it's ignorance, it's ignorance. But if he's doing this willingly, it's foolery to the maximum. It's a jabroni. This guy's a jabroni, bro. Straight up, man. Look how you debunk this with like zero. Look. Let me put this back. I mean, it gets me mad because my thing froze up. Let me see. Okay, so you go into Google, right? Google this. Just Google NBA coaches in the NBA hired with no experience. The first link from NBA, from NBC Sports, the first link, look what it says. Nets Steve Nash joined list of NBA head coaches with no prior experience. Okay. So now they're going to give you a list. So according to Stephen A., this list that these people are going to give me, NBC Sports, they have to be all white. They have to be all white if this is what this guy is telling me. And we start looking down the line. You remember that the one that he said, Mark Jackson, he was a coach for the Golden State Nuggets. Mark Jackson, he got hired, no experience. Guess what color Mark Jackson is? Look at Mark Jackson. Let me see. Put it in the chat. What color is this? Refresh my mind. Look, Mark Jackson. What you guys are seeing there? What are you guys seeing there? Are you seeing a white man? No experience, hired in the NBA. Mark Jackson. Okay. Let's keep going down the list. There's more people down here. Remember the ones who I did the video probably last week, that he was almost crying, saying that that the United States doesn't love us back, talking about black people. Doc Rivers, you guys remember Doc Rivers? Let me give you a refresh. Tell me in the chat what Doc Rivers is. Hired with no experience. The same thing that Stephen A. is crying about and spitting this venom out. These are black coaches and players hired with zero experience. And we continue. Let's look more. Look, let me see here. Derek Fisher. Look at this white man hired without no experience. A white man. Yeah, right here. White man. You seeing a white man right here. and you continue and you keep look at other people. Look, for example, look at Magic Johnson is up in here, and I don't have to tell you what skin color Magic Johnson is. Yet Stephen A is poisoning the minds of players and people and young people, saying that if you're black, you need to work twice as hard. That's not true. As a matter of fact, if you're a player in the NBA and you're black, you are more likely to get in because you're black. 80% of the players in the NBA are black. In the age of capitalism, where we at, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Knicks, who have horrible team and horrible coaches. If there's a guy, a coach that is literally purple, that is going to win them an NBA title, you know who the Knicks are hiring, right? The guy who's purple. That's what capitalism is about. Capitalism rewards the person that puts in the work and that gets the results. Stephen A. Smith knows this. Why is he spreading this propaganda out here? You'll be the one who is going to have to tell me. The number to call is 646-470-1077. 2 rules: respect, no cursing. Let me turn on these lines. Let me turn them on. All right, man. Who's going to call? Lines are on officially. It's just insanity, man. It gets me mad, to be honest, why these people do what they do, to be honest. Again, I like Stephen A. I love his attitude. I love it, man. But I don't know. Is it ignorance? I don't think it's ignorance. This man just signed like I don't know, some big, huge contract for like 50 million. Yo, bro, a lot of money. And you're going to tell me this guy doesn't know about this? He mentions one of the guys. He mentions Mark Jackson, right? He mentions him. Mark Jackson got hired with zero experience. He's a black man. Did you forget because he's a black man? This constant division with these glasses. Wait, I'm going to take these glasses on and I'm going to put this on. I view my life. These are the racist glasses. Constantly, bro. Stop looking at people based on the color of the skins and judge them based on the content of their character. Somebody said that. Who said that? I wonder who. Let me know in the comments. 646-470-1077. Call up, guys. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. It's insanity, man. And I mean, it just gets me pissed off, to be honest. It gets me pissed off because look at all these black men. Look at them. They're all black. Look, Jason Kidd was another one that's there. He got hired by I think it was by the Brooklyn Nets. I will call him biracial because that's just the way he's half white, half black. I don't think by you calling him black only, you would like negate his white side. The same thing with Obama. I consider him biracial. I don't consider him black, right? Even though if you identify by the one drop rule, which is a racist concept, you will consider him black. But what happened to his white side? Obama's half white also. So let's see who's here. Somebody was brave enough to call. Caller, you on the line? Hello? Caller. Hello?
Hey, this is Alexis.
Hey, Alexis, talk to me. How you feeling?
Amazing. Unfortunately, I could not hear the show today because I've been out and not really able to hear. I could just see what everything was going on.
Okay.
But just wanted to say peace to everybody on the chat and kind of discuss like what has been going on. But I wanted to point out the conference from the other day when Kaylee went off on the press.
Yeah, that you told me about. I saw it. I couldn't do a video of it because if I was going to record it the next day, by that time, people probably were not going to be too interested in it. But tell me about it. Do a little recap.
No, she just went off. She just really honestly told the truth. Honestly, I feel like I would like to see our president really actually go after the press the way she did. But I think what his ultimate chess game is he's really playing nice right now until November. Because I feel like after November, he's just going to let it loose. And it's going to be like no F's given at that point.
I feel the same way too. Actually, I hope that's what he does. I hope that once November comes along and we know that he wants, right, that he just really turns it up to like level 9,000, right, and just goes in, sends in the federal agents into all these cities that are causing all this chaos with all these riots, and just goes in really putting the hammer down. That's what I really want, and I think that's gonna happen. To be honest, knowing who Donald Trump is, but he's taking some steps, and he's actually this week I did a little I uploaded today on he's coming after some of these Democratic cities like New York and Chicago, which I'm happy. I'm happy.
Holding funds.
They're gonna give him a list on how to hold what funds he should hold back, and I agree, even though I live in here, so I'm like, hey.
I made a comment about that. I said, I think it's time for you to come on down to the red states.
I do. I've been looking so much, and I've been looking. A lot of people moving. For example, look at Joe Rogan. Actually, they just tweeted a picture of his new studio in Texas, because they're forcing people to move out. And to be honest, that's one of the reasons I enjoy the fact that there are local governments, because every state you go, there's a different flavor, right? Especially in the politics, right? So I've looked at some red states and looked at some red places. And if you're around the people that are kind of with your same attitude, what better? It's like, look how we feel, Alexis, when you are in the chat, and we're here together, and you feel like you're with kind of, even though you don't know me and I don't know you, I feel like you're with people that are gonna
likes.
Exactly.
Yes, you have the same type of mentality, and you can really progress from things like that. You have more stability of like a peaceful vibration, and that is what is the best thing in life, when you're surrounded by people that have the same mind frame. But when you surround yourself around negative people, about people who are constantly wanting to sleep through their whole life and not wake up, it will bring you down. It definitely will bring you down. I also wanted to, though, real quick, bring up, because I'm here in Georgia, and we saw all the kids that were rescued last weekend. And it amazed me. I only saw it on local news. You didn't hear about it in the beginning. Like, I didn't see anything. No one mentioned it. No one said nothing. And, it just disgusts me with how sick this world is. Not to mention what just recently happened in California, of how all the Democrats passed this, they're trying to pass this law. Did you see that?
I want you to tell me about that, because I just heard it. I'm not too into much up to the details. I know there's a new law. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so let me give you the details real quick, because I actually have it broken down. So it was all yays for all the Democrats, for Wiener, all these names, right? And then only a few, all the Republicans said no. So basically what they're trying to do is the California Senate Republicans are voted against the proposed law that would lower penalties for adults who have sex with children. And that is where
what the hell is going on? Jesus Christ,
this
man.
This is where we are today, where people are really honestly trying to create this environment where it is okay to have these thoughts sexually towards children.
Holy crap, man.
I mean, that is just, and my point when I made a comment on sorry, I'm taking forever, everybody, but
no problem.
Comments is living here in Georgia, there's a lot of there's some blue cities here. There's Atlanta and DeKalb, just some blue cities, but the majority is red, like the government and all that, mayors. And one thing about Atlanta is when Tyler Perry built his Hollywood studios over here, that is when, and anyone who lives in Georgia can say, that is when you started to see a huge spike in child trafficking, because Hollywood brought it on over here also. So it's really, you got to be really careful with where people are moving to. Like with Joe Rogan, don't get it twisted. Joe Rogan is a Satanist.
Oh, I know.
He has a
I saw
picture.
I don't know if you've seen the picture of his new studio. He has an idol on the corner. That Indian idol with the trunk of a what is it, of an elephant, and like, who is that, Sheba or something like that, and the older hands.
Sheba.
Yeah, so he has that. I know what
Yeah,
Joe
he
Rogan
runs with
believes
them
in and
real
stuff like
thick.
that.
Yeah, he runs with them real thick, and he also has a picture with who was that guy? Alex? Was it Alex? No, I don't think it was. But he has a picture with one of them, like the head Satanist of the church that they call whatever they call. But he has a picture with them.
Wow.
And I mean, yeah, he's a big time Satanist. So it's like when I heard him leaving California, the way that I think, I'm like, I don't want y'all bringing your craziness with you and then try to set up little spots where you're gonna try to like mess up voting. That's the way that I see things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and you have to. Hey, Alexis, you have to have your eyes open. You have to just be on your head has to be on a swivel, because this is where we are. It's literally the fight, and it all boils down to this. We talk about this and all that, but it all boils down to a battle between good and evil, plain and simple. Look what we're talking about, guys. In 2020, we're talking about reducing the penalty for adults who have sex with minors.
Mm-hmm. And it's like it's okay. It's okay.
Exactly. But what's crazy about this, Alexis, is that it's the way the people work, guys, and I hope you guys see this, is little by little, the things moving. One time it's just this. No, it's just this. We just want just this only this. Next year is gonna be something more. Next thing you know, people are gonna be saying pedophilia is just a sexual orientation. I mean,
yep.
That's
their next move. That's where they're going to right there.
It's crazy. Alexis, thank you, sister, for calling me, and thank you for always being super active. This is Alexis. Let me say who you are. That way people know. Guys, this is Alexis. She's always in the comments, and every one of my videos, she's up in there tearing it up.
And you're so cool. Yeah, I'm forever. I'm your back. I'm your six. I'm there. I'm there typing it up.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. You have a good one. All right.
Peace to you and your family. Have a good night.
Thank you. God bless. Bye. Alexis, one of the women warriors of the channel. Who else is gonna call up in here to say what's up? Man, it's insanity, and this is where we at, guys. This is where we at. These people are battling for things regarding sexual orientation, sexual things, sexual normalizing sexual deviancy. People are able to talk more about sex everywhere. Just look at the Cardi B video. Imagine that same video 15, 20 years ago. You wouldn't have. Caller, you on the air?
Hi, this is Steven, man. How's it going, brother?
Talk to me, Steven. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, I'm doing all right, man. First of all, I've been subbed to your channel for a little under a year, and I just want to say that over the time I've watched your videos, you get better and better.
Yeah.
And not only that, but and I mean, not to make you toot your own horn, because I know you've probably been told this before, but it's a travesty and a shame that you only got 800 subs. I'm sorry, my dude. I got 3,000 subs on my channel. And my channel gets 50 views, so my channel's pretty much dead. So I just do hiking videos just to clear my mind. I guess that's what you want to say.
Yeah.
But your channel deserves I would trade my 3,000 subs for your 800 subs if I could, dude, because my channel's dead. Your channel deserves to be in my position, if not more. That's how good your show is.
Steven, thank you. And I see you on the comments all day long, too. I see you doing what you got to do. And I appreciate that, Steven. But let me tell you this, Steven. I believe in God, obviously, as you know that. And I know it's for a purpose. The reason that the channel's being held back for whatever reason. I mean, like you said, I mean, I don't like to, it's not that I'm saying I'm better than anybody. And Steven, the subscribers you have is because you have earned them, right? I'm not saying that anybody deserves anything. We don't deserve anything in life, but I compare my contents to some people in the same area and in the same niche. And I believe I should be around where they're at. And I'm here battling it out for 1,000 subs, but we're going to make it happen, Steven. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, well, one thing I've seen about your channel is you never give up. Even at the time when your show was first started, you were getting a little bit of views. I know you had those days where you're like, damn, 50 views, that's it. You're pulling through, man.
Yeah. I've learned a lot. About, and this is advice for the people who are thinking about doing something regarding social media. I've learned a lot about audio and microphones and video and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure, Steven, you have learned a lot too, doing all these things. And you learn how to speak if I look at some of my first video, which I've been on here already 3 years, guys, believe it or not, it's like cringeworthy, right? Because you gotta get accustomed to the camera, and you gotta get accustomed to this and to the people. But I'm being a little bit more loose. I'm being a little bit true to myself, and that's why you guys have seen the difference in quality. But
I did have a question for you, if you
talk
don't
to
mind.
me. Of course.
Obviously, the election's coming up and everything like that, and it's gotten to the point to where if you even announce the candidate you're voting for, I noticed like people like on social media don't take that too lightly. Like I've personally lost friends over voting for Trump. I've had family members said like, don't talk to me anymore, blah blah blah. And me being Hispanic Latino, obviously that it's sort of like, I know you're Latino yourself. It's sort of like you're not in the Hispanic community. They don't talk to you anymore. They give you the silent treatment, and you know what that means. That means they're not fucking with you no more. Sorry, they're not messing with you no more. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, but they're not messing with you anymore. So I've lost friends and family over just announcing who I'm voting for. Like that's how crazy it's gotten. And like I have friends who are Biden friends, Hillary friends, Trump supporters. Like I don't see why we can't all just. I know this old reference phrase. Why can't we all just get along? Like I don't see why. Like how it's gotten to the point to where just announcing your candidate and how it pisses people off.
Because
to the point where they're willing to not be friends with you no more.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're not really tolerant. They're not that what they said. You are the tolerant one, Stephen, because you're willing to tolerate them. I'm willing to tolerate people who don't believe things that I don't believe. I'm not gonna force anybody to believe anything that I believe. I mean anything, but yet these people, they are not tolerant. As a matter of fact, that's probably the best thing that happened to you, because now you know who these people really are, right? That they only accept it. Basically what they're telling you, Steve, is that they are only accepting you if you believe and do as they want you to do. Like the only way you had to do and speak and say what you the other people wanted you to do was when you little, and your parents were the one that told you, hey, don't curse, don't do this, don't do that, think this. But after you're an adult, you want people to tell you to how to think? No, you don't. Steve, you don't want those people close to you, man, because those people are not real, man. I mean, they're not real. As a matter of fact, it's even better, to be honest, if you find people. But I know it hurts. Like I get it, family members, people that are friends and stuff like that. I get it. You do have relationship with these individuals, but at the end of the day, life is not easy, and life is tough,
Okay, so I got two questions for you, and then I'm gonna get off to that. I'd rather you answer, without me on the phone. So I'm just gonna say the question, and then I'll get off and let you answer. Thanks for having me on. I want to ask you two questions. Number one, do you think if Trump wins, will we see more of this rioting occur? And also, number two, do you think social media, whether it's CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News, or whether it's right or left, do you think they fuel this divide and conquer strategy? Like, do you think them reporting on nothing but race-baiting videos and topics and car chases, do you think, and they know people watch the news, like they know when people aren't at work, they're tired, we're all couch potatoes, most of us, so we watch the news. I'm not going to lie, I do the same. Right? When I get off of work, I watch the news. If it's not on YouTube, it's on my TV. So I'm just wondering, do you think the social media is sort of somewhat to blame for what I call inciting race wars or instigating race wars? And I'm gonna go ahead and let you answer that. Don't
hang up. Don't hang up. Stay here. I'm answering while you're here.
Okay.
The last question, which it was in regards to the social media, and I think, to be honest, instigating. So social media is a two-edged sword. Meaning, social media gives you, for example, alternate media sources like the Valentine show. Right? You're able to see a different view that you're not seeing on CNN, a different view that you might not be seeing on Fox, certainly a different view that you're not seeing on NBC. So social media gives you that. The problem also is that social media has algorithms, and social media wants you to stay on social media for eternity if they can, and they lock you in a bubble. So if you get locked into the wrong bubble, it's gonna be hell for you to change that mind. For example, somebody who's a liberal and gets locked in that liberal in a liberal algorithm by YouTube. So YouTube will only recommend good videos of Joe Biden or the Young Turks. So this constantly, the same way they only recommend me videos for me of right wingers, Steven Crowder, ABL, all these people. But me as a clear thinking individual, I'm still able to go and check out what CNN is saying, check out what these people are saying. There's other people that are not able to do that. And social media has them trapped into that way of thinking. But again, and also if we didn't have social media, imagine if Donald Trump didn't have social media, he couldn't get his message. I imagine Twitter, which is a left-leaning organization, doesn't give Donald Trump the platform to talk to the people. Who through where would Donald Trump speak to the people to? If everywhere he's gonna get negative coverage, right? So I mean, again, it's a double-edged sword, but I think it probably does, at least to the conservatives, I think it does more good than bad. I believe even though social media is controlled by lefties, I think we own the content in social media, meaning conservatives own the vast landscape on it. We are the funniest. We have the most creative creators. We have the most material out here. We have the funniest memes. So I think is something that's great. But
doesn't it sound like on the news, like everything comes down to race? Like
if you're listening, because remember, race has a big return in dividend. People, this is something that race is something that it's something that will always be in the history of the United States, and is actually, I believe, the most sensitive topic that you can mention in the United States. But the leftists know how to use that. They know how to use that card. They know how to use that race card, and they bring it up and they won't let it go, even though that the card is doesn't exist anymore almost, right? But they still know how to bring it up and constantly call people that they don't agree with racist, just because of the history that the United States sadly has had, which is they've had but not only the United States, a whole bunch of other countries out there, but they know how to touch it well here in the United States. Repeat me the first question, because I forgot.
Okay, yeah. Do you think if Donald Trump wins presidency, do you think that the riots will continue, get worse? Will it stop? What do you think?
I tell these to everybody: please, 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 please prepare like you were preparing for the coronavirus, meaning have stuff in your house. To that way you don't have to go out for who knows extended period of time, because I believe that if Donald Trump wins, which I believe 110% that the president would win. I'm actually debating whether it's going to be by a landslide or by just regular. I think I most likely I really think that it's probably going to be by a landslide. I'm actually moving towards there, but I believe that there's going to be social unrest when the president wins again. And if he wins, like when he wins again, I think he's going to, like I was just talking with the last caller, with Alexis, I think he's going to be more forceful in his response, since he is not going to looking for re-election or anything like that. So I think there might be some real social unrest when the president wins again November 3rd. So I say be prepared in your house, have food, have water, have all that stuff, man.
Yeah, no, that's why I live in Texas, so we're all gun owners here.
Oh, so, man, love Texas Red. Steve, thank you, my brother, for calling me, man, and thank you for being active on the channel, my brother. You have a good night, all right? Thank you. Bye-bye. Steve, always active in the channel. I want to take one more call. Please, somebody else calls. Please, somebody else call, man. I want to talk to you guys. Somebody else is there, and I want to speak to somebody else. Morgan, are you going to call? Are you still around, Morgan? Listen, guys, when you guys call, I'm not rushing people. I'm not. I want to talk to human beings. Caller, you on the air?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Talk to me. Good. What's on your mind, brother?
So I recently started investing in the stock market. As you know, if you're familiar with the stock market, Tesla and Apple did their stock splits. So I went all into Tesla, and I guess investors are pulling out their money from the stock market because it's getting close to the presidential election. And I was reviewing Biden and Harris's tax plans.
Oh, yeah, devastating.
They essentially want to kill the market. Yeah, they want to charge more capital gains tax. They want to start charging companies more.
The capital gains tax. Actually, I don't know if you saw. I follow a guy named David Bet-David. Do you know him on YouTube? He has a YouTube channel called Valutainment. Do you know about him?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Okay, so I follow I follow him, and he was talking a little bit about the Biden tax. And for example, right off the bat, if you don't believe me, Google Biden will put your taxes higher. There's a video, there's like a 1-minute clip of him saying, listen, him himself saying it. Listen, if you vote for me, I'm gonna put up your taxes. Right? So right off the bat, Biden will put up your taxes. Remember, they want to get free stuff out, and free stuff costs money. Now, to your point where you were talking about the capital gains tax and all that stuff, a lot of the stuff is stuff that, for example, the regular person, right? The regular person, the regular American earning $63,000 a year is not really thinking too much about, because like, that doesn't affect me. Or like you hear about the corporate tax rate, that doesn't affect me. But in reality, it does, because the corporate tax rate is bad in particular, because if companies they feel ostracized by the government and they don't want to pay the amount of taxes that they're being charged, you know what they're going to do, right? They're just going to take their business somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's vital that we have a welcoming atmosphere in the United States for companies to stay here. And so Donald Trump put it down. They want to put it up, I think, to 39.6%. So they want to double it. Insanity. Now, the capital gains tax is you sell a house, right? You sell something, and you get a gain on it, right? Let's say something costs $500,000. You sell it. Now it costs $1 million. You are gaining $500,000. That's that they will apply what they call a capital gains to that. And I forgot the amount that they want to put it, but they want to put it up real high also. So I mean, those are just detrimental stuff, man. And it's crazy, and it's not good for anybody, whether you're poor or not, because it really doesn't matter, man. But again, these are the liberal agendas by the liberals. What else did you expect from liberals? They want to repeal the Trump tax cuts, et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, it's just this is just where we're at, man. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can't wait for the election, DJT 2020.
Let's go.
Coming in strong. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, but
it's gonna be crazy. But we're gonna speak, man. We're gonna speak November 3rd, man. I mean, we are being very peaceful now. The silent majority, which is you, me, and a lot of people. But we're gonna speak a boisterous shout November 3rd.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you, my brother. Take care and God bless. All right.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Excellent caller, man. These are things that we gotta talk about. We gotta hear what are these people talking about? What are they talking about? The taxes. How does it impact us? Why should I vote? The reason, I think, as a matter of fact, to cut my own self off, right? I believe that the Republican voter in 2020, the conservative, is a highly educated individual when voting. Highly educated. Regular people have had to come and learn a lot of this political knowledge and jargon and taxes and House and Senate and this and that. We have had to learn this because of the situation, and we're going to be highly educated individual, and we're going to vote good on November 3rd. Guys, I would like to take one more call. Who's ready to call me? Just one more. I know it's 9 o'clock and I shut down at 9, and I go to the Spanish show, which we're going to do with my wife, obviously on the El Show de Valentine. That's the Spanish channel where you guys could see me there. And we're going to be with my wife. We're going to be talking about stuff like this. Again, things that are very important for the Latino community in the United States and that we need to know. There it is. One more call. The last call of the night. Caller, you on the air?
That's the Spanish channel.
Hello.
It's Morgan. I'm sure everybody knows that.
Talk to me, Morgan. How you feeling?
Oh my gosh, I have so much to unload, but I'm going to keep it short because I know you're over time.
Talk to me.
So shout out, because I referred one of my customers this morning to you. They already listened to Hodge twins and all that.
Oh, lovely. So thank you.
Yeah, so hopefully she's in there, and if she is, hopefully she's having a good night, and her husband made it home from, I think, Dallas this morning.
Lovely.
Right. So I was actually going to revert back to these, I call it convid. So convid,
I like that. I like that name. I like that.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to sum it up. I actually do. I fix furnaces and air conditioners where I live in the boneless chicken wing state, quote unquote. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. He might have had good intentions, but dang it, every time someone from Nebraska is on TV, it's just an embarrassment. It's horrible.
I think he was.
You talk to someone.
I think he was just trolling. But he does have a point though. I mean, they're not boneless chicken wings. Look, and I'm a chicken wing fan, but those are not boneless chicken wings. They're chicken nuggets. That's what they are.
To be fair, they're not. But but I'm going, okay, this is why everyone thinks Nebraska is corn. Even if ABL said it one time when I told him that there was protesting in Omaha, because that's where I live, Omaha. Oh. And he was like, what are they protesting, corn? And I'm like, oh my God, that's what everybody thinks. Are you kidding? Like, Omaha is actually like at least 500,000 people. I got a friend in Queens that came and visited me, and he thought that, and he was like, oh, it's like the size of Queens.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no corn here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I've actually watched a lot of YouTube videos because I'm looking around to see like where is to learn about a lot of these places. And Omaha has a very sprawling city, and there's a lot of culture there in Omaha too. But again, the people that don't know, you will say, hey, Nebraska, and you're thinking about I'm going in and I'm gonna land and it's gonna be a farm next to me.
Yeah. It's totally not like that. Well, I mean, outside of Omaha and Lincoln, it pretty much is. But just for those two cities, it's not. So, okay. So this morning, I go to this lady's house, and the rule is, allegedly, that we have to wear a mask up to the person's door. Well, if anybody doesn't know, we have extreme summers and extreme winters, and we only have about a month of max a month of spring and fall. So in the summertime, it's really hot here, plus really high humidity, like 80% plus. Mm-hmm. So people don't know that. Well, the owner of our company, he's like, well, you need to wear it up to the door. Are you crazy? Like, it's too hot for that mess right now, and you're the one sitting behind in your air-conditioned office. Yeah. So I go up to I don't do that. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Fire me if you want to. But I walked up because when you're in this trade, you can get a job. You can throw a stick and have a job the same day if you got fired.
Oh, okay.
We don't care.
There's a lot.
Nationwide, there's a starve in this trade because people don't want to work. They want to sit behind a computer all day.
So tell me, what is it again? That way people know, just in case. You fix air condition? No, not air conditioning. Is HVAC units?
Yeah. I work on furnaces and air conditioners.
Okay,
that's it.
So if anybody's looking to get a job, look into that, guys, and they're probably hiring.
Yeah, just go get yourself. I had to do school for 2 years first because me being a woman, and I'm not even like that. Like, I'm not like, oh, it's so hard. I'm not like that. Mm-hmm. But I figured it's probably best for a woman to do school first rather than just try to jump in the trade. So anyway, I went to my first customer this morning and I was like, mask, no mask. That's what I say. I wear it around my neck and then I go, mask, no mask. And she goes, oh, no, you're fine. We're socially distancing, and a lot of people say that. So I didn't think anything of it. But then I go, well, thank you, and I always thank people. And I said, well, I get headaches from these things, like within like 10, 15 minutes. And she goes, yeah, my daughter works at Bergen Mercy, which is one of the hospitals. She goes, my daughter works at Bergen Mercy, and she works with the COVID patients, and they come in. 2 of them came in, and one of them had a headache, and one of them had a backache, but that's all that was wrong. And they tested them, and they were positive for COVID. And I'm like, what? No. Okay. So that's why these numbers are so high. The CDC has already said that the tests are not 100% accurate.
Yeah.
First of all. Yeah. So I get frustrated with that, but I didn't say anything. So then, thinking about it, our governor said that if there's a mask mandate, he's going to try to do anything he can and get like an attorney to try to override a mask mandate. Well, that was like That was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we've got this mask mandate in August. What happened? Why did we not have a mandate when it was at its peak, quote unquote, in March, when everybody's freaking out with their hair on fire, running in circles about COVID?
I think Joe Biden said that he's going to have, if he wins, I think he'll mandate masks like nationwide. He said something like that, or that he'll close up. But he's going to stay with all his plans because he ain't going nowhere. November's coming, and he's gonna get his retirement wish November 3rd.
Well, I encourage everybody, because I saw this on Next News Network. I'm not trying to plug anybody, but I saw this on Next News Network yesterday. This lady, okay, Kayleigh McEnany, yes, she's a boss, right? So Next News Network yesterday, I see this video titled something about treason, and I'm like, what? So I click on it. This lady, she must be an attorney, probably constitutional attorney. She walks in Florida to a county, some kind of county meeting or city council, something. She walks in, hands every one of the board members I don't know, she just kept going, you got served, you're served, you're served, you're served. She interrupted a whole entire city council meeting. And then she went to this podium, and they were like, well, ma'am, you could have handed that to the clerk. And she goes, she ignored them, and she immediately started telling them why they're being charged with treason. And she started naming all this stuff in the Constitution, and it was all about mask mandates.
Wow.
So, yeah. So she's a boss. She was a boss. I wish I could do that. So I've been vocal on my governor's website for the last month, and I've not heard anything.
Good. I mean,
I've not heard anything though.
Yeah, but keep going, because it takes stuff like that. It takes a lot of work, and that's the stuff that people are not willing to do, which is do simple things like send the guy a tweet, call his office, do something, and don't just let these people get away with doing and saying as they want. These people are not emperors. These people are not kings. No. They don't get to mandate anybody or anything. It's up to everybody to make a deliberate choice of what they want to do with their own lives. And we can't let them.
Right. I want to live my life. Everybody dies. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but everybody does. You're born. Okay, the saying goes, "You're born astride the grave." You're born to die. You're gonna die.
That's how it is.
Why am I gonna lock myself in my house behind a tower of toilet paper and a moat of hand sanitizer if I don't want to?
And I respect that. I respect that.
And I respect people that say, okay, well, you're coming in my house. Can you please put a mask on? That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's for my job.
Exactly.
I don't feel like businesses should be doing that. I don't feel, well, if they don't want to. If they do, fine. If I want to come in your business and that's your rules, fine. No shirt, no shoes, no shirt, fine.
Exactly. We should have choices, and basically that's what people die for in this country. But Morgan, thank you so much for calling me. Thank you for always being so active.
I knew you would have to cut me up.
I apologize. I like the picture.
No.
I like the picture.
I knew you would.
I like the picture of the dog you put now on your.
Yeah. That's my girl.
Thank you for supporting me very much, and I appreciate everything you do in the comments for me so far. And thank you for telling your friend about me and what we do here on the channel. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, hopefully she's there, and if she is, I love talking to her today, and I don't know, Godspeed. Shoot. And what's up to everybody in the chat, and everybody take care.
Hey,
and you have a good night.
God bless and good night. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Another warrior of the Valentine show, another female warrior. Guys, thank you so much for all the people that are here, guys. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for talking. You guys allow me, and you guys come on here. Remember, you guys come on this channel, and you guys don't have to come on here. You guys could go be somewhere else. You guys could be doing something else, but you guys come on here, and we are making this. We have this community here where even if it's just us speaking, if it's you guys just chatting on the chat, it's therapeutic being with this group of individuals that are like-minded and that are not gonna come and you're gonna get your trolls. Obviously, the trolls are everywhere. They have no lives, but that's another point. But people that are here and they appreciate one another and are united among one thing, and that thing is to destroy the Democratic Party. That's what I'm saying. Come down. And it's yes to do all that great stuff. But guys, thank you so much. Remember, Sunday's coming along. Go to church. Even if it's not Sunday, go to church whenever you want. But go to church. It's important. This is the real battle. Good versus evil. Saturday's here. Tomorrow, go enjoy with your family. If you have health, if you have a house, if you have food on your table, and even if you have that, you are blessed. Just concentrate on the good that is in your life, and don't give so much importance to the negative. We have to pay attention to the negative. Don't get me wrong, we do. But try not to take up your whole head and your whole being, and you're not being there. You're not being present with your siblings, with your brothers, with your children, with your daughter, with your son, with your husband, with your wife. Be present in the moment and appreciate those people. Guys, I am Valentine. El show de Valentine, that's where we're going. God bless, Godspeed. Me, Valentine, I am out.